Hey, what's up guys? Happy Monday. I'm Matt Johnson. I'm your host of my YouTube channel, Beer and Watches, where every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, I bring you the very best in watch news, watch reviews and craft beer brews. Now, today's a little bit of a weird day for me because I had planned on doing a review of a watch that had come into my channel. It broke and I don't want to say which one because then that will make it look bad for the watch company, etc, etc, etc. You get the idea. So anyway, I've reached out to them and hopefully they'll send me a new watch. What I can say is the watch that I was going to review has done the rounds and it's a pre-production demo model. So maybe that's why it kind of conked out when it arrived to me. We'll try and get that figured out and hopefully that will come up on an upcoming episode. But I've got to get things going here because it's 3:30 in the afternoon. I have to do some editing, then I've got to cook my wife dinner. All that being said, I've kind of had to pull it out the bag and get an episode together really quickly. So we're going to do a state of the collection. We're going to take a look at my watch collection as it stands right now. So what you're going to see are watches that I wear on a regular basis. I've got them over here just off camera. I think there's there's probably about 23 watches. We'll take a look. I'll tell you a little bit about them. And if you want to see full reviews of any of these watches shown in this collection, you can see them on my YouTube channel. Go back into my videos because I've reviewed each and every single one of these watches, except for one, which is coming up for review real soon. Now, talking about watch reviews, the watch that I'm wearing today on my wrist, it's the Stalingrad Grenade. It was sent to me for review. What I've done today is I've paired it with this beautiful leather suede strap from StrapsCo, and kind of gives it that military look with a little pop of orange. I think that looks really, really cool. The beer that I'm drinking today is Erdinger Weiss beer from the Erdinger Brewery in Bavaria in Germany. You can check them out right here at erdinger.de. I hope I pronounced their name right. These guys are making great beers, and this is a Weiss beer, a wheat beer, and we're going to give it a try. That's super good. I need my nerves settling because I was in the middle of filming that other video and everything went kaput. Great beer, very refreshing. I love wheat beers. If you like a Hoegaarden or a Shock Top, then you're going to love this beer. Very refreshing. Check them out, erdinger.de. Again, I'll put that link in the description below this video, and go check out their complete lineup of beers. I think it's really good. All that being said, I've got my beer cracked, I've got my watch on. So let's swing this camera around and take a look at the SOTC, the state of the collection, my watch collection as it stands right now. All right, everybody, here it is, the state of my collection. Now, I've got this on a tray over there that's got 18 watches, and I've also got this watch box right here. So we are going to take a look at these first, and then we'll take a look at the watches on the tray. So I have here 5 watches. Love each and every one of these for different reasons. The first one that I want to show you is this one. This is my Tissot C-Star Powermatic 80. This was my first Swiss watch. It was also my first automatic watch. Beautiful, beautiful watch. It comes with the Powermatic 80 in-house Tissot movement, 80-hour power reserve, date window there at the 6 o'clock position. It's got a rotating bezel, works beautifully. Great lume on this, great color on that sunburst blue, stainless steel 316L strap with a lockable deployment clasp. I love this watch a lot. First Swiss watch and first automatic watch in my collection. The second one here that I love is my 7 Friday limited edition Japan edition. It's got the raked stainless steel there on the background. That's meant to represent the raked sand of a Japanese Zen garden. It's got the multi-layered dial, sun moon feature here at the 9 o'clock position. The second hand is this little red dot that rotates here. It's actually not wound right now. It's got the cherry wood outer case. It's also got that raked sand stainless steel here on the band, and it's also got this leather band embossed 7 Friday. Just absolutely love this limited edition watch. I think it's one of 450 pieces in the world. Thirdly here, I've got my Egard Mayen V2. I just love this watch. I've always loved it. You know, it's got a blue carbon fiber multi-layer dial on the back there. It's got kind of this unique way of telling time here. Just very, very cool limited edition. Now, when this came, the crown was actually a little small, so I put a bigger crown on it. And then also it came with a leather strap with a butterfly clasp clasp, and I just got this strap from StrapsCo, Beads of Rice, which I absolutely love, and I put it on this strap and it has just elevated this watch. I love it so much, and right now it's my favorite watch. I cannot take this watch off. If you look at the back, it's got the Mayan calendar, Mayan emblem engraved on the back there, which looks great. What I particularly love about this, it's got brushed stainless steel to match the brushed on the case and the lugs, and then it's got the high polished beads of rice in the middle. And I just think as a combo, that is a beautiful watch. So I can't recommend StrapsCo highly enough, but also eGuard highly enough as well. Very heavy, and has a lot of presence on the wrist. So that is certainly one of my favorites. This one here was my second Swiss watch. This is a Hamilton Ventura XXL. Very well known because it was popularized by Elvis Presley. It's also the watch you've seen in the movie Men in Black that the special agents wear. It's got that unique triangular case design. It's got an exhibition case back, neoprene rubber strap. It's got the Swiss 2824 ETA movement in there, I believe. It's not wound right now. Second Swiss watch I ever owned, second automatic watch I ever owned. It was one of those watches I saw and I just had to have it. To be honest, I don't wear this a lot. It doesn't get a lot of wrist time. But when I do, I just feel really cool, and it always gets noticed on the wrist. So that's certainly one of my favorites as well. The next one here in my collection is my SKX 007 Seiko. This is actually modded with a red dial and red bezel. I bought it this way. I didn't mod it myself. This one actually was an eBay find. I got it for a good price, but when it arrived, it actually wasn't working the way it should be, as it said in the description on eBay. So, you know what? I didn't kick up a fuss because I got it for a good deal. So I took it into a watch manufacturer, watch repair guy, and he actually had to replace the entire workings of the watch inside, unfortunately. So it ended up being a bit more of an expensive watch than I thought, but it's become one of my favorites, and I just love the color on this. Again, gets noticed on the wrist a lot, and a nice contrast, I think you'll agree, to the Tissot Sea Star in the blue. Just beautiful colors there. Okay, so that's 5 here. Now let's get into a tray that's got 18 watches on it, and let's take a look. So a whole bunch of watches here. Now the first one I'm going to show you, again, actually the battery's died on this. It's a quartz. This is the first watch that started my collection. This was back in 2013. I'm actually a professional magician and escape artist, and I was doing a gig in Dubai. Every time I went to the stage, I passed a jewelry store and this watch was in the window, and I just loved it. And so I bought it at the end of the week. It's a TW steel, it's quartz, but it's got this beautiful PVD rose gold case. It's got this neoprene rubber strap. It's got this steampunk kind of look to it, chronograph dial, screw down crown. You know what? This has been around the block. I've swam in this. I've dived in it. I've done all kinds of stuff in it. And it's a heavy watch, looks great on wrist, great sapphire crystal on there. This is the one that was responsible for me starting my watch collecting and my kind of crazy addiction that I have now. The next one here, I've reviewed this on my channel. This is my Mas Irukandji dive watch from Mas Watches in Australia. I just love this watch. I've reviewed it on my channel. It's got this beautiful purple face, and Mas Watches, you can actually get these Irukandjis in orange, green, all kinds of different colors, but I love the purple on this. It's got an NH35 movement. The way the case goes into the bezel tapers in like this, and it kind of all is integrated into itself with this slightly domed sapphire crystal is just absolutely beautiful. It's got the Irukandji jellyfish on the back. This is a beautiful watch. Gets noticed really well on wrist. I love that a lot. And thanks so much to Matthew at Mas Watches for giving me this for review and letting me keep the watch. It's become a favorite in my collection. The next one here is a quartz. This is a diesel. I love this watch. This was a gift from my wife for Christmas one year. It's got a lot of presence on the wrist. It's quite a big watch. It's got a beautiful rubber strap on this. I mean, this is so soft. One of my favorite rubber straps. It's got a day date at the 3 o'clock position, very clean, very legible. I love this watch a lot, and it's got a lot of sentimental value to me. So a great one in my collection. The next watch here is my Renegade. I actually got this carbon fiber case. I actually got this on eBay, on an eBay auction. This company kind of is in business still, but they're doing leather wallets and things like that. They've kind of did this watch on Kickstarter, and then it kind of just disappeared. But it's a beautiful watch. Push button deploying butterfly clasp, red leather interior to the band, chronograph dial, retrograde on there. Got this for a great deal on eBay. So eBay's a great place to look if you're looking for a great watch deal, because I got this for next to nothing compared to what it actually cost when it came out on Kickstarter. Love that one. Next is my Von Vogel design watch. We did this contest recently for the giveaway of the Von Vogel, and that was won by one of my subscribers. I absolutely love this watch. Partner with Von Vogel on this. I've actually put it on this new strap. It came with 2 straps, an orange and a brown leather, but I've actually put it on this black rubber strap from StrapsCo because I love it. It's very soft, it's very sporty, and I think it looks kind of cool on there. So that's one of my favorites. Again, it's got the date at the top here. It's got a retrograde day movement, AM, PM dial at the 9 position. Very, very nice watch. So if you're looking for great watches, Von Vogel Design do some great watches where you can design your own watch online and then get it custom made to your design. So I love it very, very much. Go check those guys out. And again, that review is here on my channel. The next one in my collection here, again, holds a near and dear place in my heart. This is my Tissot Powermatic 80 open heart on black leather strap. Love this watch. This was another present from my wife at Christmas. I'm a very, very lucky guy. Got a beautiful exhibition case back on there, black leather strap. It's got a butterfly clasp, signed buckle. Absolutely gorgeous Swiss watch. Love it very, very much. It's actually not wound right now, which is why it's going a little slow. If anything, the crown is a little bit too small on this, which is kind of too bad because it's a little difficult to get a hold of, but it's kind of a classic dress watch. So I suppose you couldn't make that crown a lot bigger, but one of my favorites for sure in my collection, and a lot of sentimental value on that one for me. The next watch in my collection is another automatic watch and another eBay find. This one is Raytel. It says Swiss made down here. I haven't been able to find anything out about the brand, but I love it. It's a classic watch. It's an old watch. It's got a great cool back design on here. Just classic kind of PVD gold coating, Swiss watch, automatic movement. Like it a lot. Very small, very dainty, but just a great cool little talking point vintage dress watch. One of the ones in my collection. Talking about vintage style watches, this one I absolutely love. This is a Tissot. This one is from their Heritage line. It's a dual time, so I've got it set to Canadian time at the top and UK time at the bottom because UK is where I was born and raised. I just love the look of this. I love the gold on the cream dial with the blue hands. A little difficult to get those blue to show up. It's got a beautiful clasp on this, butterfly style clasp. Very dainty, you know, not a big watch for a guy, but very elegant on the wrist. And I love wearing this because I'm always able to tell what time it is where I am, where I live in Canada, and also what time it is where my family is back home in England. So love that one. It's a quartz, it's not automatic, but love that one very, very much. Talking about the vintage look, here is one of my prized possessions, my Orient Bambino Generation 2. Not an expensive watch, couple of $100, but Orient make great watches. All their movements are in-house. This is an automatic. It's not wound right now, so it's not going. Screw down stainless steel case back, leather strap. I did a review of this. It also appeared in an episode where I showed you how to soften leather straps. So you can find that on my channel if you have leather straps on your watches that are a little bit too stiff and you want to soften them. Just love everything about this. Kind of similar to the Tissot Heritage in as far as it's got blue hands on a cream dial. It's got applied hour markers. It's got a date window at the 3 o'clock position, stainless steel, high polished case with a brushed edging. I just love everything about this watch. Orient make great watches, and this is a classic look. Looks really nice and elegant on the wrist. One of my favorites in my collection. Now, if you're a watch collector, every watch collector, in my opinion, has to have one of these. It is the notorious Vosstok Amphibia. These watches are no nonsense automatic watches. cheap as chips. The movements inside are built like tanks. They say if there's going to be an explosion or another catastrophe in the world, that these watches will be the only thing left still ticking on the planet. That may be true. They've got these wobbly crowns, which they're known for. The bezel is a bidirectional bezel, but it's got no clicks in there. I wouldn't trust it with my life if I was underwater. But it is a screw down crown. It is waterproof. It's just a cool vintage look. It's got that military feel about it. It actually came on a metal strap, and I put it on this green NATO strap because I thought it really kind of set off on the blue dial and had that military feel. You can get these for, you know, $100. They're not expensive. They keep going. They keep great time. You can get them, as I say, on Google, on Amazon. Actually originally made for the Russian Ministry of Defense. So that's what they're all about. And just one of those cool talking point watches with the scuba dude on the face there. Now, the next one on my collection here is this one. It's the Filippo Loretti Odyssey limited edition chronograph watch. Now, I actually haven't reviewed this on my channel yet. This is coming up for review. It just arrived. First glance, it looks cool. It's stainless steel, brush with high polish links. It's got a push button deployment clasp. Cool kind of engraved case back there with the seahorses on there. Chronograph buttons, signed crown. You know, I think it's kind of a cool watch. I am going to review it, tell you what I think of the build quality, but overall, as a first glance, looks decent on wrist, came in great packaging. So we'll see how that plays out, but that hasn't been reviewed. That's going to be coming up on my channel. Rotating bezel, good clicks. So we'll see what happens on this, and we'll give it a review. The next one in my collection, well, this one is near and dear to my heart. It's a Star Wars watch from the Star Wars studio. Not particularly expensive, but this one was another present from my wife for Christmas. I am a lucky guy. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. If you've watched my channel, you'll know that about me. I love this watch, and also my wife had it engraved here. I love you, I know. And if you know anything about Star Wars, you will know what that means. Push button deployment class, nothing particularly expensive, but just great sentimental value. And after all, that's what watches are all about. It's not just about collecting expensive watches, it's about sentimental things as well, and that certainly is what this one is all about. Now, over here to finish this off, we've got a couple of Casios. I've got my calculator watch here. I've got my Casio F91W classic watches. I mean, look at the light on that. What can you say? The watches that we all had as kids, these are just great watches to have in your collection. Not expensive, $20, $30, but they do the job. They have lots of great functions, cheap as chips, but really cool. Do their job very well, as do Timex. Here's my Timex Weekender, the first Timex I've ever owned. Look at the indiglow on this. That's under bright studio lights, and you can see that. I love this thing. Just classic design, NATO strap. That should be industry standard, that indiglow, as far as I'm concerned. That is one that's in my collection too, gets a lot of wrist time. This one is the Senobi Swirl watch. Very unusual design. I reviewed this on my channel. I like this one a lot. The inner circle here tells you the hour, so that says 11, and this outer circle tells you the minute, so that says 20, 11, 20. Great watch, very cool, very easy to read. Comes on this stainless steel mesh bracelet, super comfortable. I did a review of this on my channel. Go check it out. You can pick them up on Amazon for not a lot of money. They look great on wrist, and they're very unusual. Really cool talking point. Now, I've only got a couple left. This one is the Briogada that I reviewed on my channel. I also did a giveaway and gave one of these away. Quartz watch, keeps great time, always accurate. A little unusual because there's no second hand on there, so you're never sure if it's actually running, but it is running, and it's always run very well. This is the NATO strap that it came on. Works great. PVD gold coated, nothing special. I think it was like 20, 30 bucks, but when this is on wrist, it's very clean looking, very easy to tell the time on, which is, you know, what it's all about. A lot of these expensive watches, it's difficult to tell the time on, and that kind of is not the point, really. You want to glance at your wrist and tell the time. This has got those kind of blue hands. It's got that really clean dial. I like this watch a lot, and it gets a lot of wrist time for me. Very cool indeed. And finally, last one in my collection here that every watch owner should have is my Casio GShock. Now, I've owned two G-Shocks. The other one meant a lot to me because being an escape artist, I actually do a lot of escapes where I go underwater. And so my other G-Shock was the one I used to train underwater with. I trained for my entry into Britain's Got Talent with it. Lasted a year of me training underwater, training my breath holds. I loved it very, very much. When it basically bit the dust, I had to get another G-Shock to take place of that watch, to do that job, to time my dives underwater and things like that. So I got this one. Not a big fan of the red on there, if I'm honest, but just love G-Shock. Great, hard wearing. You can put them through anything. I've dropped them off balconies. I've done all kinds of stuff to these. They keep ticking. So there you go, guys. That's my state of the collection. I hope you enjoyed this look at my watch collection. Again, nothing over the top expensive. You know, this one, couple of $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $500 or $600. The point is, they're watches that I love. They're unusual. They say a lot about my personality. And so these are my watches that I wear on a daily basis, and the ones that I love at the moment. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet and you love watches and beer, please do consider subscribing. You can click the subscribe link over there to the bottom right of the screen, or below this video if you're on your mobile device. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know which is your favorite watch out of my collection. So there you go, everybody. That's it for today's episode. That's how you pull a video out of the bag when you had no idea what you were going to film because the other one cracked up on me. Anyway, what you're going to do, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was kind of fun, kind of different. Cheers, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you again on Wednesday for another watch review. And by the way, if you want to see another great video, check out this one. I like that one a lot. And also don't forget to click on the Beer and Watches logo right there to subscribe. Take care. We'll see you again soon, and bye for now.